Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the Nick Watkins Show. I'm Nick Watkins, and today we're going to be talking about the NL Central, continuing our series on the MLB and going through every division before we reach opening day, which is on Wednesday, and today's Monday, so it's super exciting. Let's get into the NL Central, starting with the Milwaukee Brewers. Actually, you know what? I always forget. Let's recap what happened in the Central last year. It was pretty close, but the Brewers were the team that ended up on top, 97 and 65, won the division, best record in baseball. Finished 5 games ahead of the Chicago Cubs, went 92 and 70. The Cincinnati Reds made the wild card at the final seed, 83 and 79. The Cardinals 78-84. The Pirates 71-91. The Brewers lost in the NLCS to the Dodgers. The Cubs lost in the NLDS to the Brewers, and the Reds lost in the wild card to the Dodgers. That's what happened. Let's get into the Brewers here. This is their projected lineup. It's Jackson Chourio, Bryce Terang, William Contreras, Christian Yelich, Sal Frelick, Andrew Vaughn, Luis Rengifo, Garrett Mitchell, Joey Ortiz. Jackson Chourio, he's a good young outfielder. He's going to be in left field for him. We'll start at the top here. 22 years old, from Venezuela. He was a good player on their national team this year. And he went 2020 the first 2 years of his career. There's potential to go more than that, go 30-30, maybe even 40-40. I think 2020 is another realistic, high 2020 realistic expectation for him this year. He's a good young ball player. And I think he's going to be one of the standouts on this team. You also have Bryce Terang, who's another young, good ball player for the Brewers. Um, First round pick back in 2018. Is that right? Wow. But yeah, he's a good player. He was on Team USA. He was their second baseman, and he's kind of making a name for himself. I mean, he's kind of grouped into those Brewers prospects, but he played a nice year last year, and I think he's going to be even better this year. Bryce Terang, I expect to impress. He's making a name for himself on the Brewers. Next, you have William Contreras, one of the best catchers in baseball, a catcher who can hit. He's one of the core pieces on this team. Um, he's a good player. He was also on Team Venezuela. They won. William Contreras, I expect to have a fine year. He's a good player, one of the best catchers in baseball, like I mentioned. I think he's going to be good. You have Christian Yelich, who I think he won the MVP. I think has at least one, right? I mean, because yeah. So NL MVP in 2018. He such a special player. He was on the Marlins where he was good. And then when he came to the Brewers, he was one of the best hitters in baseball, one of the best players in baseball. Very good player. He's 34 now. The question is he still there? Can he still perform well at the big league level? I think he's a good ball player, and I'm a fan of his. I think the swing is very nice. He's a good hitter. The defense, it can still, I don't know. He's gonna be DHing. It looks like I wouldn't expect anything too crazy from Yelly. I think he's past his prime, which is unfortunate because he's a very good player. But I do think he's a little bit past his prime. I still think he can contribute to this Brewers team, just not as much as before. Sal Frelick is next. He's a good contact hitter, fast, good defense in right field. He's a small guy, but man, he's got good contact skills. He's a fun player. Andrew Vaughn revived his career last year with the Brewers. He was a former top pick, round one, pick 3 by the White Sox. Came to the Brewers in June and started mashing baseballs. He was so bad with the White Sox. Came to the Brewers and was a key part of their success. Will that continue? Maybe pitchers will adjust to him. We'll have to see. Think he'll still continue to mash against lefties. Will he be an everyday starter? I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit platoon there. Luis Rengifo, he was with the Angels last year. Came over to the Brewers. There's a lot of talk about Not a lot of talk, but there is talk about Luis Rengifo having a nice year because the Brewers, they just hit, and we'll get into that. Garrett Mitchell, another young one, first round pick back in 2020. Um, Joey Ortiz, good player. Gary Sanchez, Jake Bowers, David Hamilton. Oh, that's somebody else. Billy Hamilton and Brandon Lockridge. This is the rotation. This is the projected one is Jacob Mizorowski, who's 24, throws 104 as a starter. Made the All Star team last year, undeservedly, I will say. I think this year he has the chance to make it deservedly. I mean, he is in contention for Rookie of the Year. He is such a good talent. He's got such an electric arm. And I mean, look at this Brewers rotation here. He got a lot of good young arms. Chad Patrick, not really familiar with him. He just came up. A lot of these guys have very, very little service time. Three of these guys are rookies. Mizorowski, Patrick, and Brandon Sproat, who came over from the Mets in the Freddie Peralta trade. That was the kind of the big move of the offseason for the Brewers. It wasn't an addition. It was a trade. They traded Freddie Peralta to the New York Mets for two pretty high prospects. Jet Williams was one. He's a shortstop. He can play everywhere, actually, but he's one of the prospects they got back. And then Brandon Sproat's the pitching prospect, and he's projected to be in the rotation. You also have Kyle Harrison, who I'm very high on, former Giant top pick. Actually, not top pick. He was round three, but I am a big believer in Kyle Harrison. I wish him all the success in the world. He's a good lefty. The fastball is electric. The question is, can the other stuff play off that? We didn't really see that very much when he was hurt. So in 2024, he was in the Giants rotation. He was pitching well. He got hurt. He tried to pitch through it. He did not look good. Then he got traded to the Red Sox in the Rafi Devers deal, which I'm happy about. I'm happy that trade happened. Although I do love Kyle Harrison, and I really hope he succeeds in Milwaukee. The Boston didn't want him. They casted him off, seemingly. I hope he finds a home in Milwaukee, and if not, he'll come back to us. I don't know, probably not, but I do hope he finds success. He's a great young pitcher. And then Brandon Woodruff, who has dealt with a ton of injury, but when he's not injured, he is a surprisingly really, really good pitcher. If he can find that non-injured form, he's going to be a key piece for the Brewers. And then the bullpen. This bullpen is good. Abner Uribe is the closer, and then Trevor McGill is the setup guy. Really, they have two closers. They can use them interchangeably. Both of them are just dominant arms. Also worth mentioning Quinn Priester. He's a young guy. He is currently on the IR. Will not start the season on the open day roster, but he'll be there soon. So yeah, Uribe, and then McGill. Also got Koenig, Ashby, Zerpa. He's a good pitcher. Anderson, Hall, and McGee. That bullpen is very good. The offense has good pieces. It's pretty much the same offense as last year. But the subtraction of Freddie Peralta, I think, is too big to ignore. The starting rotation is going to be, if it stays like this, and they all develop as according to their projection, this will be one of the best rotations in a couple of years. Not this year. I think this year it's too young. I know Kyle Harrison, Mizorowski, he's good, but I don't know, stamina problems. That's a young pitcher who throws very hard. He's not going to be given the longest leash. Chad Patrick, we'll see what's there. Sproat, I mean, he's barely pitched in the majors. This will be his, basically his first chance to pitch. Woodruff injury concerns. There's just not enough consistency in the starting rotation for me to like this. I mean, the thing is, though, it is the Brewers, and the Brewers always find a way. They just hit the baseball well. They do the fundamental stuff well. It's so hard to not pick the Brewers, but I might. I think I am. We'll have to see, though. They are the Brewers, and the Brewers brew. Man, that's what they do. Well, there is potential. The team can make the playoffs. Is the rotation consistent enough? We'll talk about that more at the end of the video. Next up, the St. Louis Cardinals, and this is kind of a dumpster fire. The two at the top of the lineup, very interesting. Everything else is awful. Everything else is horrible. JJ Weatherholt, good young prospect. He'll be playing second base. They project him to make the team opening day. Mason Wynn is the shortstop. He's got a great arm, very fast. He's got some power. He can hit the ball. Good speed, great speed. Good baseball player. Other than that, it's really, really bad. The Cardinals are going through a major, big time rebuild. They sold everything in the offseason, and they're starting with Weatherholt and Wynn, and hopefully they can build around them, but there's nothing there. Burleson Herrera, who's a good catcher. Gorman, Walker, everyone was high on him. He is not impressed. Church, Pajes, Scott he could play good defense. I don't think he might be traded. Pozo, Arias, Fermin, Sagazi. The rotation: Liberator, McGreevy, Dustin May, Leahy, Palante. It's not good. Um, Although Liberator and McGreevy were first round picks, 2018 for the Rays and 2021 for the Cardinals, respectively. I don't think there's anything there. I'm not going to lie to you. Um, the bullpen: O'Brien, Romero, Swanson, Stanek. I know who Stanek is. Brule, Soriano, Roycraft, Pushard. They have Lars Newbar, who's hurt. Um, Team is not good, and I would feel like it would be better if we just moved past them. Sorry, Cardinals fans. You're on my hat here, but your team is not good. They might win 50 games. Let's move on to a more fun team, shall we? The Chicago Cubs. Um, this is a good team. Here's the lineup: Michael Bush, Alex Bregman, Ian Happ, PCA, Horner, Conforto projected to make the roster. Uh, where is? Oh, I guess that works. Carson Kelly, Ballesteros, and Swanson. You also got Matt Shaw on the bench and Dylan Carlson. Let's go down the list. This is a really good lineup. Michael Bush. I didn't know who he was before last year. He broke out, hit a couple of bombs, more than a couple. He hit a lot of bombs. He'll be hitting leadoff, playing first base. The big signing, Alex Bregman, third baseman, won 2 World Series with Houston last year in Boston. Key player to that team. Came out, now he's in Chicago, and he's already making a big impact. He is such a well respected and just like liked player, even though he was part of the Astros team that cheated in winning the World Series. But he's just such a liked player. He plays a great third base defense. Pretty sure he has some gold gloves. He can hit the heck out of the baseball. He's a veteran clubhouse leader guy. Alex Bregman was one of the most highly sought after free agents in the offseason, and the Chicago Cubs brought him in. I love the signing for him. Big deal. He'll be playing third in Wrigleyville. You got third or left field hitting third, Ian Happ, the switch hitting gold glove. I think like 4 gold gloves in a row. He's a consistent guy. You know what you're getting out there on Ian Happ. He will hit a little bit, a lot. He'll hit a good amount. That's why he's hitting third. He'll play stellar defense. He's a consistent guy offensively and defensively with his level of play, which is very high. He's a stud. Then you have Pete Crow Armstrong. And Pete Crow Armstrong actually today just got extended. I want to look up the uh, contract detail, see what it is. Here we go. Let's pull it up. Come on. What's the number? They're not showing me the number. They do not say what the number is. All we know is Pete Crow Armstrong, got extended big time just recently tonight. And is it going to be a lot of money? That's all we know. I like Pete Crow Armstrong. He's an electric young talent in the game. He has a very good power speed combination, kind of like Acuna, who we mentioned in yesterday's episode. He's very, very fast. He can hit 30 homers. He went 30-30 last year. He plays outstanding defense, Gold Glove. He's one of the best young players in the game. He can turn into one of the best players in the game. He might be the best center fielder in the game in a couple of years, most likely, if him and Julio are the best in the game right now. So you can imagine how those two are going to play in the next couple of years. But PCA, second half, not good. A lot of swing and miss. The first half, we thought this is the new Ken Griffey Jr. And I think that he's going to live up to those expectations this season. I mean, he just got paid, and I think he's going to live up to the hype. I think he's such a good player. The talent's undeniable. Big personality. He's got the dyed hair with the stars in them. The Cubs fans love him. PCA, such a good player. Next, you got Nico Horner, who is a stellar defender at second base. And the big tool for him is contact. He's a great contact hitter, 300 guy. The Giants were looking to trade for him. You got Rise instead. Totally okay. But Nico Horner, he's a great player. He'll be a free agent this offseason. I expect him to have a big year. I do. I'm pretty high on him. Just looking into him because the Giants were interested, and I was impressed with what I saw. I was kind of surprised with what I saw. I was impressed. Next, Michael Conforto, former Giant. With the Mets, amazing. Not amazing. He was pretty good with the Mets. With the Giants, it was all right. I mean, you remember April 2024, he was our best player, got hurt with the Dodgers last year, and he stunk of poo. He was so bad. Maybe he'll find his footing again in Chicago. Carson Kelly, who I thought was like just completely out of the league. He was the Diamondbacks for a long time. I never liked him because he was a Diamondback. Whenever I picture in my head, he just doesn't have a face. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but now I know who he is. He's the Cubs catcher, and good for him getting back on the Major League roster and finding a home. Moises Ballesteros um, made his debut last year, and good, good. He can play a lot of positions. Dansby Swanson, the bat is not what it used to be. The glove is still Gold Glove worthy. It's still elite, one of the best gloves in the game at shortstop. He's hitting ninth for a reason, but he's also playing shortstop for a reason because he's one of the best fielders in baseball. The bench, Amaya, Kingery, Shaw. I think he can be good. First round pick back in 23. The power is there. Can it come together? We'll see. And Dylan Carlson from the Cardinals. Here's a rotation. A lot of good pieces here. You got Matthew Boyd, all-star last year. Pretty surprising. Left-handed pitcher. This is the point of the episode where I get tired and I have to lie back. So we got Cade Horton, the two-starter. He was a first-round pick for the Cubs in 2022, round 1, pick 7. He came up last year. He was, dare I say, their best starter down the stretch in the playoffs. He did get hurt and did not pitch in the postseason, but he was good down the stretch. Shota Imanaga. Oh, yeah. Um, Japanese pitcher, came over in 2024. Rookie year, amazing. Uh, One of the best pitchers in baseball. Last year, not so much. There was velocity dips, control, not the best. Strikeout numbers, not very good. A lot of fly balls. Will he bounce back? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Edward Cabrera. Wow, what an exciting pitcher. MLB The Show 21, Edward Cabrera still gives me nightmares. The sinker. He can throw pretty hard. He's got nasty stuff, and he hasn't really got it to fully come together. He came to the Cubs from the Marlins in this offseason. It could be one of the sneaky good moves of the offseason. We'll see how he plays. Jameson Tyone is also the 5 starter. Uh, Injured is Justin Steele, who had a great 2024, not so good 2025. We'll see how that goes. It is worth mentioning, I forgot because he wasn't here, Seiya Suzuki. He's the right fielder for the Cubs. He's hurt right now. He had a nice year last year. I think he was an All Star. Can't quite remember. But he kind of broke out. I mean, not broke out, but he had his best year last year. Good. Here's the pen. These are a lot of guys that just kind of like come together. But Daniel Palencia, super impressive in the WBC. I mean, he was really good for Venezuela. Shut down, lockdown closer. I like him. Phil Maton, Hunter Harvey, Teal Bar, Ben Brown, Jacob Webb, Hobie Milner, whose card last year in the show, the 84, was awesome. And then you got Colin Ray. It's good. I mean, I think this is the best team in the Central. The offense is loaded. Um, Bregman addition to this team helps out a lot. And the big thing for this team, like the Brewers losing Peralta, they had Kyle Tucker, who in the beginning of the season looked like for the first half, like PCA, looked like this guy is one of the best players in baseball. This is the best right fielder in baseball. I mean, he was playing better than Soto in the first half. Second half, injury, did not play as well. Goes to LA. Now the Cubs use that money, sign Bregman, bring in uh, Cabrera in the trade. Those are good additions to make up for that loss. Um, this team is the best team in the Central. Other teams in the Central, the Pirates. I mentioned the Pirates a lot more than I really should have this offseason, like 5 times. Here's the team. That's not horrible. O'Neill Cruz, Brendan Lau, or Lowe. Lowe. I think it's Lowe. Brian Reynolds, Marcelo Zuna, Ryan O'Hearn, Triolo, Horwitz, Gonzalez, and Joey Bart. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. O'Neill Cruz, he's got great power, great speed. The fielding, they're trying him out in shortstop and in center field. Looks like he's going to be playing center field. How long will that experiment go on for? He's not the best out there. Brandon Lau. This is a fantastic move for the Pirates. And I want to get this out of the way for the Pirates. I applaud them so much for actually trying. Nothing wrong. Brandon Lau, great second baseman. I think he's got like 30 home runs for the past couple of years. Traded from the Rays to the Pirates in the offseason. I love this move for them. Veteran guy. Underrated. Great bat. Brian Reynolds. Um, Good. He was a Giants prospect. We traded him for McCutcheon for half a year. McCutcheon. Um, he's in left field now. Switch hitting bat. A little bit older. Are the tools still there? Yes. Will they come together? We'll see. Marcelo Zuna. Ozuna from the Braves. Now he's a Pirate. Big time power bat. 2024, outstanding bat. 2025, a little bit of injury, a little bit of strikeout, a little bit of bat speed. We'll see if it comes together. It's an interesting risk. Ryan O'Hearn's been playing right field. He had a fantastic year last year. Oriole and Padre, all star for the Orioles. And he was good. He's a good bat. I like his swing. It's nice. Triolo, he's good as well. Horwitz, Gonzalez, Bart, Joey Bart, man, we can go on and on about him. Number 1, 2 in 2018 for the Giants. He didn't pan out. Now he's a Pirate. Henry Davis, who actually went 1-1 in 2021. Nick York, Billy Cook, Jake Mangum. This is the rotation. Paul Skeens. We know who he is. He has potential to be one of the best players of all time here. Okay? 1-1 in 2023. Cy Young last year. Rookie of the Year in 24. The fastball. The splinker. All the changeups. All the breaking pitches. They're all filthy disgusting. He's the best right-handed pitcher in the game. Second best behind Scooble. I think he's going for another Cy Young. And he was on a limit last year, and he still won the Cy Young with a 1.97 ERA. If they let him go, they let him ride a little bit longer this year, look out. Talking Bob Gibson here. Mitch Keller, another good piece, kind of underrated. He's going to be that two behind Skeens, that kind of like a 1-2 punch with one's the absolute just crusher, and then a nice little uppercut. You're not expecting it. Carbon Milodsky, first rounder of the Pirates. All these guys in the rotation are homegrown. Ashcraft and Bubba Chandler, who's a not a high pick, but a good prospect. He's one of the high prospects in the system for the Pirates. He's going to be looking to make the opening day roster. He pitched a little bit. Ashcraft and Chandler pitched a little bit last year. The rotation, I mean, Skeens and Keller at the top is just disgusting. That's an insane one. The one is one of the best in the is second best in the league, and you pair him with Keller. That's a nice. No disrespect to Keller, nice sidekick too. It's a nice Robin to the Batman. It's a nice Robin to Superman is really what it is. Here's the pen: Santana, Gregory Soto, Matson, Lawrence, Montgomery, Ramirez, Barco, Urquidy. They also have Jared Jones, who's injured. He's on Jared Jones. Great strikeout numbers in 24. Really dazzled in his, I think it was his rookie year. Last year, not as good, kind of overshadowed by Skeens. But you add Jared Jones to that rotation. That's a good young rotation. Lots of good homegrown Pirates pitchers. It's kind of exciting. I mean, you look at the offense. Cruz has potential to be great. Lau is consistent. Reynolds, we'll see if that's there. O'Hearn, Ozuna, big power bats. The bottom is not that bad. The rotation, we know who Skeens is. The Santana and Soto, I'm pretty high on. A lot of good young pitchers. I don't think they're going to do it this year, but I respect the Pirates for trying to win while they still have Paul Skeens. And who knows? This might be enough to make Paul Skeens want to stay. If he's loyal, that might be enough here to build around and to add to a little bit when some more prospects are coming up. Maybe you spend a little bit more money. It's not terrible. It's intriguing. Good for them. We'll talk about the Reds. Reds are an interesting team. They made the playoffs last year. Here's the lineup: Friedel, McLean, Ellie De La Cruz, Sal Stewart, Gino Suarez, Stevenson, Benson, Marte, and Hayes. Bench: Trevino, Lowe, Steer, and Myers. TJ Friedel and Matt McLean. I kind of get them confused. I'm not gonna lie. The Reds have a lot of outfield guys and McLean's second baseman though, but they all like kind of blend together. I'm not gonna lie to you. And when I picture them in my head, they got the black. That's Friedel. I think it's Friedel was the black batting gloves, and he kind of slappy. And McLean as well. He's just fast. Elliot Cruz. Talk about raw talent. I mean, the speed, the power, the arm is ridiculous. And the speed, the power, and the arm, three tools you can use right there. You can also kind of hit for contact. I mean, the strikeout numbers are high, and the glove is very good. The hitting for contact is the only part of Ellie De La Cruz's game that is lacking. The plate discipline is not very good. But if he can lock that in, we're talking about one of the best players in baseball, an exciting young talent. This is going to be year number 3 for him. I mean, he came up 23, was just so fun to watch. 24 and 25, super high expectations. He played well, just not up to Ellie De La Cruz expectations. Will this be the year that Ellie plays up to those standards? We'll see. He's so exciting. And just for entertainment value, I would love to see that. Sal Stewart, he's a red. These guys blend together, man. Gino Suarez hit 49 dingers last year, and the best he can manage was $15 million in a 1 year deal. Kind of disrespectful. I think he might be playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He might go stupid for Venezuela. Or not, he did go stupid for Venezuela. He might go stupid for the Reds. Back with the Reds. He went Tigers, Reds, Mariners D-backs, Mariners Reds. So he'll be a Tiger in a couple of years. He's got the strikeouts. He's either going to hit a dinger or he's going to strike out. That's all he's trying to do is hit dingers. When you try to do that too hard, you strike out a lot. That's how it is. Tyler Stevenson, for the wrap this up. Novi Marte, he's young still. big prospect for the Mariners, came over from the Luis Castillo deal. He got potential. Key Brian Hayes, all glove, no bat. Here's the rotation. It's good. It's good. What is Hunter Green's injury? Because he's on the 60-day IL, which usually means he's out for the year. Uh, what's the expected? He might be out for a while. He might be out for a while, which is too bad. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Even without him, this is a really, really good rotation. Andrew Abbott, he was an All Star last year. Good for him. Um, Lefty. You got Nick Lodolo, lefty. People are really high on him this year. Brady Singer came over from the Royals. He was another first. These are wow. That's a lot of first round picks. If you include Hunter Green, then that's six pitchers in the rotation. Five out of the six are first round draft picks, and the only one, Abbott, was a second round pick. Whoa, that's a lot of first round picks. Singer came over from the Royals, good righty. Rhett Lauder, I'm not really sure who he is. But he was a first round pick, so 23. First round pick in 24 was Chase Burns, and this guy, he's a dog. He's hype, good pitcher. He's got the stuff. And then Hunter Green, he's also a dog. I hope he gets well and comes back soon. A whole bunch of dogs in the rotation for the Reds. I just don't think the offense is good enough. Here's the bullpen. Pagan, good. Santian, Ashcraft, Johnson, Burke, Miller, or Phillips, Mall, no, it's Mull, and Williamson, Caleb Ferguson on the injured list. Those are the teams in the Central. Here are my predictions because I'm tired. Let's wrap this up. Here are my predictions. To finish last, I got the Cardinals. They have absolutely nobody aside from the middle infield. It's not gonna be pretty. Watch out, Cardinal fans. To finish fourth, I'll take the Pirates, but it's not gonna be depressing like last year. It could be fun. I'm thinking like 70 to 75 wins, Skeens to dominate, Low to play well. Maybe we'll see something nice out of Bubba Chandler. Not enough right now. But they are trying. I respect them. Third, I got the Reds. To, the rotation is so good. It's not the best in the league, but it is really good. Lots of young pitchers that can break out. Lots of breakout candidates on the Reds. The offense, I don't really see anything aside from De La Cruz. If Ellie breaks out and the pitching pitches well, that's all you need. They're going to make the playoffs. I just don't think it's enough to compete with some of the other teams in the wild card, especially in their own division. The Brewers, I got them finishing second and missing the playoffs. Maybe a hot take. You'll see tomorrow, or rather on Wednesday, who my full predictions are. Um, you're gonna think that I'm biased. It's a little hint for you, and it's the Giants. But I have the Brewers finishing in a very, very close out of the playoff, second place in the Central. It's going to be close because the rotation, the offense did not change. The bullpen is still very good, 8-9. Peralta loss, I think, is just too much. I think he was such a big part of that team. The rotation is still good, but it's super, super young. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it together in just like less than a year. I don't know. And finishing in a commanding first place in the Central, I have the Chicago Cubs. The rotation is full of guys who had great 2024s, not so much 2025, as well as Matthew Boyd and Cade Horton, the young guy. Do I think Boyd's gonna have a good year? I don't. I don't think so. Do I think Imanaga and Steele are gonna bounce back? I don't. I don't think so either. So why am I picking them? I think Horton's gonna be good. I think Imanaga and Steele are gonna be. Oh, I think Imanaga is gonna be good. I think Steele's gonna be okay. But the offense is overpowering. If that offense gets rolling and we see PCA play first half PCA the entire time, then Cubs the team to beat in the Central. I think they're going to do it. So those are my predictions. I got Cubs, Brewers, Reds, Pirates, Cardinals. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.